Hi, hi everyone. Good morning, good evening, good night. So, another day talking from here in Giza, Cairo, Egypt. So, I hope you all are ready for the alignment for today. Um, so, today our work is related with the physical aspect of the root chakra, which would be the genital glands in the male, the testicles, and in women, the um, ovary. Yes. So, for sure, when we speak about the root chakra, we all agree because we all agree because what we are talking about is about the energy of life, our vitality inside. But the problem comes when we try to speak about the physical aspect, because it's the place where um, the um, the information gets physical, gets stuck in the matter. So the reason why we have these problems with our genitals is because through the history, as I wrote today in the blog, we were willing to go to the skies, to the heaven, and leave the earth, the reality, and in such a way, we were trying to let behind our nature and the animal side that we have in order to become spiritual and to go up and to think that we are superior to the nature. So in this willing to go up to the skies, there is a kind of will of leaving the matter and everything that is related with that reality, which is having been born in this world. And this is why from the, how do you say in English, the I don't know, the belly, the hole you have in the belly. I never said that in English, sorry. Belly bottom? Okay, belly bottom was easy. So so from the belly button down, we have this with thinking that it is so earthy, so worthy, worldly, I don't know how to say it, that is better not to. Oh, navel, never heard that name. Navel. Okay, so we from the navel we are attached with the umbilical cord to the Mother Earth. So everything that is related with from that point, navel or belly button, whatever, below is not good if you want to be spiritual. This is what was the belief. So we have to be aware that this belief that in order to go to the spiritual reality, we need to leave the material and the physical reality, is something that even us, the people that are working for spirituality and consciousness, had still in ourselves. We believe that in order to that in order to reach the heavens, the other dimensions, we have to disattach from this reality to live this reality. And this is something that we have mistaken. It's not like that, really. So the concept of disattachment is not to leave away and leave this behind. Disattach is not leaving something, is to accept the reality. And when you accept the reality, it doesn't affect you anymore, because you already know how it works. So you know that you can change it, you realize how it works, and so you accept, you love the reality. So you don't need reality anymore. When you don't need reality, you are free from reality, and that's disattachment. It's not living. So one of the things that we have to do in order to reach that heaven is to love the matter, love everything in the matter. And we can see its darkness and its light, and see the purpose and the magic in all that. And suddenly, when we love the creation, when we start to love what we have created, we understand what we have created. So we let everything go. We feel free from that. We love the matter, so I don't expect anything from matter. So I disattach. So it's totally the opposite to what we usually are doing. To believe that in order to be enlightened, we have to leave away the matter. And no, in order to transform our reality into light, we need to unconditionally love matter. Because the only thing that makes you free from something is when you don't expect anything from that something. And that's unconditional love. So people from the spiritual world, what we are doing here and right now is not to work so we could go into the fourth, the fifth, or the sixth dimension. We are doing all this to awake the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth dimension here and now. So all those who have come through all the history doing spirituality usually think that heaven and earth are separate things, and that in order to reach the heaven, you need to leave the earth, when the earth is flying in heaven. So what we have to understand is that we are not separate from heaven. Matter is not something different from heaven. Matter is an expression of heaven. And as more we want to go to the heaven, the universe will bring us deeper and deeper to earth. And this is why each time that we become more spiritual, we are each time more buried. And why is that? Because matter doesn't exist. Matter is just an expression and a comprehension of mind. I'm not speaking about this like imagination. Why we have to look into the matter? Because the matter is nothing. When you look into the physics, the atomic physics, you can picture that everything that exists is made of atoms, and atoms are 99.99% space. There's nothing. The other day I was talking with a friend about these things, the size of atoms, and she explained me something so I could understand the size. So picture this. My friend was explaining me, and we can take this example with a football ground. Picture a football ground It's very big. A lot of people goes there. And picture this rubber, and you put it in the center, and this is the size of a proton. So you have a proton in the center of this big field, and around the field of the same size, an electron spinning around in the outside of this big football ground. So in the middle of all that, there's nothing, just this and a tinier part in the outside and nothing. So we have to understand that matter is just a perception. That's the size of matter. So imagine that for sure you have heard about this, but if you want to put all the matter, the real matter of the 8, how do you say in English, all the inhabitants of the planet, all the humans of the planet, like 8 billion, I don't know how do you say it, and you say it different. So if you put the real matter of every human in the world, it is that, just this size of matter. That's it. All of them here, all of us here, the whole population of the world in matter. The rest is just magnetism and space. So when we speak about the earth, the world, and heaven, it's not real, just a perception. This is why to leave the matter is also to leave the heaven. The only difference that the matter has is that it's the heaven but distorted. It is like a mirror that was broken, and so the light of the heaven is watching itself in different images because the light is fractalized. So our job is not leaving matter, is to balance the matter, to set it again in balance, in harmony. So this is why always in my path and in our path that we are sharing, you will always listen to me, hear me say that we will never hear me say that we are here to go to the 5th dimension, that we are here to leave the earth and to enlighten ourselves. No, I will always say that we are here to be responsible for those things that we have created and that we ourselves had distorted, and that we ourselves must to balance and harmonize again. This is the base of what we have to do with our awareness. So this is why through the history, all the spiritual people that were trying to separate the reality of heaven and the earth, they were trying to leave the planet without realizing that these are not two forces, that this is just one force. And that as much you want to leave the world, it's more difficult to live it because there's nowhere, no place to go. So for example, we can say, but we can go to another dimension. No, we cannot go to another dimension. It's impossible to go to another dimension because dimensions are just perspectives of the truth. So you can become in another dimension, not to go, you can become. And in order to go into that dimension, to become that other dimension, what I have to do is to reach harmony in balance with that perspective. And for that, we must be responsible. So imagine that what I was saying is that we usually believe that we have to leave Earth because we think it's separated, and we have to go to heaven living Earth. But what we have to do is to put both together. So one of the main things that we have to understand why they both need each other is because the spirits are willing to be born. And this is why they are looking for us to reproduce. In a biological way, the spiritual mind used the biology to be born. So to change our perspective about this, it's not that the spirit is coming down from another level or from another place. The spirit is everywhere. And the only thing that the spirit needs is to become the matter. The spirit doesn't go down into the matter. The spirit transforms itself into matter. And in order to do that, it needs energy, and it needs to become hormones, and the hormones into spermatozoids and eggs, and then a body. So we should not picture the idea of the spirit going down into the matter, like you have a baby in forming, and then the spirit comes and get inside. No, it's the spirit itself becoming matter, and the process to get into matter is energy that we call the soul. So this is not a separate process, it's a continuous. And this is the same not only for having kids, babies, reproduce, it is also for myself to activate my own spirit. So in order to connect to my spirit, is not downloading the spirit, is allowing the spirit to express through me. See? And the point of connection between the spiritual mind and the physical aspect is the connection between the hypophysis gland inside the brain and the genital glands. And this is how we can recognize the need of the spirit to be felt itself in the matter. And the way that the spirit can feel that each one of the cells is activating the enlightenment of the spirit in matter, we used to call that orgasm. But I'm not speaking about the orgasm that maybe we can describe in a way, in an easy way, like let's do a quick a quick and then I go. I leave. No, touch and go, you say in English. Yeah, it's not the touch and go. It's not the momentary sex. It is different. So it's not about the genital energy. It's about the sensitive energy. And this is not like the feeling is only in the genitals. It's also in each one of the cells of the body. So if I don't feel this energy in each one of the cells, even in my head, is because I'm not really activating that potential of the spirit. So in order to allow ourselves to feel the presence of the spirit inside our body, what we need to do is to allow ourselves to feel and recognize what an orgasm is. So this is why it's so important to let free our sexual energy, to allow ourselves to feel that energy, to let the blocks go away, and to allow ourselves to perceive this energy, because otherwise we have nothing to compare to realize that energy. So now, I am not speaking about sex with another person. I am always speaking about the own sexuality. I'm not even speaking about Tantra here. So Tantra is like a doctrine that is helpful when you start to be a student in how to handle the whole energy, not just the sexual energy. You learn about all the energy, not just that. So I would leave the Tantra for after the first process. So some of the first things that we need to understand before we go to the handling of spiritual energy in our body is to release all the stuck energy that we have in our body. And the stuck energy we have is all traumas that we all have due to our society. And of course, everyone has one, as our friend Freud would say. Of course, I don't like him much, but he's clear with these things. So all these different traumas that we have related to the genitals are the main reason why we stock these emotions and energy that we need for the meditations, for the alignments, for the planet, to work with the planet. So this is why what we need to work with is with our own body. So this implies to touch your own body, to enjoy your own body, and to feel where do you have the shames, where do you have the emotions, the locked emotions that we have in ourselves. I'm reading, I don't know, I see just some words, but some people were saying let's go to meditate, but I think that we need to understand these concepts, because we are not going to meditate, we are going to make an enlightenment, and we need to understand some stuff before we do it, because this is the goal that we have. I think it's very important for us to understand this, because it's one of the most locked places that we have in our body. And this movement of energy is very important. So we will speak about all these things in many other videos, of course. But, well, this is important to understand. So the vibration of today is So, S-O, that represents the path to life. And this is why the statement of today is, I am the path to life. The code and information we have today is the note Re, which is D. Resonare fibris, and resonate the chords. Diacon's poem continues like this, asking to release the sound in the throat and lungs. Re is the D note in the alphabetic equivalence, and it's aligned with the Ni chakra. That represents the history of every individual. For this, the note connects us with the tree of life and the family that crosses through all dimensions. Let's sit properly. Let's massage the body, caress the body. Yawn and stretch if necessary. And start to relax the body. Let the weight of your shoulders fall down. I focus in my mind, in my breathing. Bring your attention and oxygen to your lungs, heart, blood, organs and muscles. Take a moment to feel the heat in your body coming out through your skin, filling up the aura and all the magnetical field. I feel around me the light of the mind and the light of the soul, the emotional. I feel the emotional light fresh as the one of the moon, and the mental and spiritual light warm as the sun. I recognize my body as the temple where lives my spirit and my soul, and I feel the light of the mind and the light of the emotion caressing the walls of my temple. With my hands, I go to recognize the part of the body and the temple where the soul and the spirit anchors. I take my hands to my hip and I start to massage by the sides of my hip. I go behind to the gluteus, to the bottom. And from the back, I caress the spine and massage the spine, trying to reach the coccyx. I go back, putting pressure in the hip Softly, I massage below my belly, pubis, and in the sides to my legs. Softly, I go down to the perineum, below the genitals. And from there, I go up, recognizing the parts of my genitals. I recognize that here I can find the vital energy of my body. I caress from the genitals to the hip, and I relax my arms. Take a deep breath. Without any judgment, I will picture in front of me the images of the traumas, conflicts, and repressions that I have related to these organs. Whether it is that I cannot use them or I use them a lot, both of these realities come from the same origin. The same conflict. I observe this conflict in front of me. No judgment. I bring my attention to all the light that surrounds me. So I invite this light to come inside my temple. Take a deep breath and allow the energy and light of the emotional on demand to go inside through the cupola in the crown, the roses, the windows of my eyes, to the candles, from there to the bell in the tower of the throat, the sacristy in the heart, the altar in the plexus, the hole and choir in the sacrum, reaching the door of my temple. I recognize that this portal of my temple is the door through where comes the light and goes out the light. I recognize when I open the doors that from my genitals gets in the light that I can see in the physical world, and from my crown gets in the light of the spiritual world. But even though both of them are the same light that I have around me, this is the sacred door of my temple. Maybe this door is locked. Maybe this door is broken. Maybe this door was forced. But I must realize that it's only me, the one able to open them from within, to let my own light come out. Take a deep breath, and I allow myself to activate the potential of the I Am in my genitals. And I recognize I can open my doors. I can transcend the trauma. I can become life. I can feel. I can set me free. I start to vibrate and activate the light in my genitals. Take a deep breath. I push and open my doors, letting all the light come outside, shining over my trauma, my conflict, my repression, watching it to dissolve, to become light, disappear. I observe these traumas to become nutrients for this light. They become water and minerals for my roots. I feel the light go out through my genitals, through the doors, bringing all my inner light, shining outside, bringing light to each dark corner around me. Bringing life, vitality to myself. I recognize that I use the same energy that was pushing me inside to open the doors, to push and express in the outside. And I recognize that I am the path of life. I am the path to life. I am the path of life. I am the path of life. I put my fingers on my genitals and I enlight all the inner brightness. I am the path of life. I am free. I can transform myself into vitality. I can use my sexual energy to create. I am the path of life. I take my hands to my heart to calibrate. I start to bring this consciousness from my heart towards all my body, caressing, stretching, yawning. And I come back here and now. Open my eyes. Bien. All good. So now that we have our door open, I give you the task. This task is, as all the others, not for this moment, but for your whole life. So it could be fun in some way, but the task is to find your G-spot. The one is not necessary to be in your genitals. It can be in any part of your body. So that spot is the one where all the energy is focused and concentrated. So it's a place that when you touch it and you massage it, you can feel the tension, the pain, and then the release is like an energy that it can go in every part and every cell of your body. So it's not necessary to be, as I said, it's not necessary to be in the genitals. It can be in any part of your body, but it's the place where the energy is stopped. Some people were asking, how do I look for it? That's it. You have to look for it. And those things, for sure, is touching, caressing. So it's touching, caressing, looking for places that maybe you have never touched in your own body. So this is a task for today. So thank you for being there and for trust and we keep going, keep moving. Sorry, I'm just speaking with someone else at the same moment. See you tomorrow for Nice. Rest.